Alright. Hi, I'm working from home, so please be patient. I don't know where to set my phone to record, so you're just gonna have to be patient so I can figure that out. I'm just gonna hold it with one hand and write with the other, so there might be some moving of the camera. I apologize. We're just gonna make it work. So number 1 said Carol took 6 big steps to measure the width of the room. So number 1, 6 big steps to measure the width of the room. Sorry. If each step was 1 yard, so 1 yard, then the width of the room was how many feet? So we know that 1 yard is the same as 3 feet. So if we go ahead and move that 6 where that 1 is, 6 times 3 equals 18 feet. You have to multiply to figure out how many feet it is. So, no, 1 yard is 3 feet. You got 6 yards. Multiply by 3 feet. Alright. Number 2 said every third bead, so we're going to go ahead and write that number because that's key bit information. Every third bead on Mary's necklace is red. There are 153, so 153 beads in all. So in all is our key bit of information. Now, we can draw a picture to kind of help ourselves out. We're not going to draw 153 beads. That's too many. But we can draw, here's 1 bead, 2 bead, and then red. 1 bead, 2 bead, red. So if we think of that, we have every third bead that we're going to divide. So we're going to do 3 on the outside, 153 in the inside, and in all, I believe, is part of the division. I know it's also with addition, but you need to know how many red beads there are. So if we divided it up into this necklace, if we drew all those 153 beads, we divide it up by those red ones. So if that helps you to draw a picture and think I'm dividing these red ones into all these beads, that might help you figure out that it's division. So 3 goes into 15, 5 times, 3 times 5 is 15, equals 0, bring down that 3, and 3 goes into 3 one time. So there are 51 beads. And time to erase. The board is probably gonna get all gross, but oh well. Alright, number 3 says 3/5 of the students, so 3/5, of the students finished the assignment in class. What fraction of the students did not finish the assignment in class? So we know that 3/5 did. So we can draw a lovely picture just to help show us. Here's, let's see, not the most even of 3/5. Maybe I'll fix it a little bit. That's kind of the best I can do. Try to make it even. So 1, 2, 3 of them finished in class. So how many did not finish? We have 2 empty portions of our circle, so then we know that 2/5 did not finish in class. Or you could just subtract 3 from 5. You just take that 3, subtract it from 5, and you get 2. So that's how you find that answer. Oops, sorry. Number 4 says compare 50% of 12 and 2 times 6. So 50% of 12, or half of 12, is 6. And 2 times 6 is 12. So 12 is the bigger number. You put the less than sign. 6 is less than 12. All right. Number 5 says, what is the area of this square? So we have our lovely square, and a side is 11 meters. Now, if it's a square, all 4 sides equal the same amount. So it's asking for the area. Area, you multiply the 2 sides, or 2 of the sides. So 11 times 11 is 121, and we're measuring in millimeters. So it's 121 millimeters. All right, and I'm going to put in a little code word here that you'll have to put in on your homework. So to make sure that you're watching this all the way through, the answer to number 1 is hope. So hope, answer to number 1. Remember that, write that down so you guys can go ahead and answer that so I can make sure you're watching all the videos. All right, number 6 says to estimate the product of 64 and 8. So 64 and 8. So it says product, which tells us we're going to multiply, but it also says estimate. Now, I know it's been a while since we've done a problem like this, but we aren't going to change this one. We're always going to be whatever the small number is, that's what we're going to multiply. We're going to change this big one. So is this big one going to, so estimate, we're going to round. Is the 4 going to make us go up to 70 or down to 60? And because 4 is closer to 0 than 10, it's going to make us go down to 60. So we're doing 60 times 8, which we've also learned with the zeros, he can just wait a little bit and rejoin his friends later. So we're just going to do 6 times 8 is 48. And that 0 can come down and join them again. So we just did 6 times 8 and added that 0. So it is about 480. Now, if we did the exact number and rounded, we wouldn't get the same answer. But this will be a question on your test tomorrow, and this will be how you find the right answer. I know it's not my favorite way to do it, but it's another way to figure out about how much something is to estimate. All right, number 7 said, Chris's car could go 28 miles in 1 hour. In 1 gallon of gas. So 28 miles on 1 gallon. We want to figure out how far could his car go on 7 gallons of gas. So it's kind of like those tables we've made. We could do 1, 2, 3, and so on until 7 gallons. And to figure it out, we would multiply. So 28, I didn't do that right. We'd multiply 28 times 7. So 28 times 7. 7 times 8 is, 56. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 5 is 19. And what are we measuring in? Miles. So 196 miles is that answer. So if you need to draw a table like this to help you figure it out, I highly suggest that you do it. Make sure you're working hard to get the right answers. Alrighty, sorry for the movement. Trying my best here. Alright, and number 8 says, what is the name of a polygon with 8 sides? So 8 sides, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Polygon with 8 sides. Octo means 8, so, or octa, sorry. So octa Octagon would be our answer. That is a shape with 8 sides. Now number 9 goes with number 8 because it says if each side of the polygon from number 8 measures 12 inches, then what is the perimeter? So if each of these were 12 inches, perimeter means we're going to add up all the sides. So we could add 12 plus 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 12. It's going to take a little bit. We could also just multiply because we know that it has 8 sides. So we can just do 12 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. We have 96 and it is measuring in inches. So it is 96 inches. Alright, and number 10, it says compare these fractions. We have 1/4 compared to 2/5. And I also said to please draw and shade 2 congruent rectangles to figure out how you got your answer. So, oops, that's a square. 1 rectangle, 2 rectangles. They're not exactly congruent, but I'm trying my best. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So I divided it up into 4 and 5 pieces respectively. So I'm going to shade 2 of these and just 1 of these. So it looks like 2/5 is bigger than 1/4 because more of this rectangle is shaded than this one. And so your answer is the less than sign. I'm going to make 2 videos just so I can have shorter videos to upload so they can go quicker. But again, we're going to have another question, question 2. The answer is you are. So that's the question to answer 2, and see you back for video 2.